Hey everybody, my name is Kyle Britton and I would like to start off this conference call by thanking everyone that's here, either watching it through the link or in the call itself. I know that something that really helped me out changing my entire outlook on life is Wake Up Now. It made me do a complete 180. Look, how I used to look at life is if I don't do something, it will probably not get done. This is giving me the whole team mindset. Everything that I ever really thought, well, oh, I got to do this or I have to do that or it won't get done. With Wake Up Now, it's a team effort. That's what I love. That's one thing that changed my whole outlook on everything. We have a lot of good guest speakers. We have Ricardo, Ashley, we have Brian, we have Donald, and I look up to these guys and I look forward to all the knowledge and everything that they're going to drop during this call. I mean, some things I'm going to talk about just to start off is time management. I know I used to play too much video games. I used to watch too many movies. You can see the video game posters and the movie posters behind me. Watching TV, all of that stuff, okay, it's good and fun, but I was really wasting my time. And when I think about it, what's the most important thing in life is time, because you're never going to get that back. And instead of watching TV, why don't you do something like read a book, like this book I recommend right here, My First Year in Network Marketing. This is a good book that I really enjoyed reading, and I'm getting towards the end of it, but just little things like that is helping personal development and making me a better person overall, instead of just watching TV or playing a video game, which is fun, but it's not even really accomplishing anything, not getting me to any of my goals. One of my goals really is to have time freedom. Worked at Macy's this Black Friday, and it was crazy. There was customers everywhere. People called out. I was doing like 3 people's jobs at the same time. I mean, the job pays the bills, but really, do I want to work a W-2 job for 2-3 more years? Not really. I want to put my effort into Wake Up Now where I wouldn't have to worry about, I have to clock in and clock out just to get paid. With residual income, I'm getting money when I sleep. And that, to me, that sounds a lot better. I mean, another thing I want to talk about is how many times people say they want to own their own business or want to make money, but they don't want to put in the work, put in the effort. That's something that if you don't put in the work or the effort, how do you expect to get and be rich at the end of the tunnel? Oh, you're just gonna get rich quick? That's not what this is. This is you put in your work, you put in the hours, and then you'll get to where you want to be eventually. So this is a long run. In the long run, it's exactly what I want it to be. I wasn't looking for, I'm going to sign up for Wake Up Now and start making money right away. I'm using the products and the benefits like One Finance, TaxBot. All those things help me out in my daily life now. And after I start seeing residual income, that will be what I'll eventually retire on. But right now I have to work these W-2 jobs, Black Friday. I'm scheduled for Christmas, New Year's Eve. I don't want to work those days, but I have to. I mean, that's my main thing. Why I joined Wake Up Now. I don't want to have to work a W-2 job for the rest of my life. See where my mom and dad are right now, struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, always having to go to work, even if you're old and your back is killing you. That's something that I don't want to. I see myself not having to do that in the future. I mean, I can go on and on about that, but I want to go ahead and pass it to Ricardo Davis. He's my brother. He's really, honestly, to me, he's my mentor. Everything that Ricardo says is really important, and you guys should listen to him. And so, all right, Rick, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Kyle, man. Thanks for the edifying. Like Kyle said, me and him we're brothers. We in this together. We joined at the same time, and I appreciate, him taking this ride with me. So what I want to share with you guys tonight is it's real simple. All right, it's 4 reasons why you shouldn't compare yourself to somebody else. This is, to me, by far is so important, and we take it for granted. We're constantly always looking at what somebody else is doing and comparing ourselves to that person, and that's not good. We just setting ourselves up for failure. That's all we're doing is setting ourselves up for failure. Okay, so one of the first reasons why you shouldn't compare yourself to somebody is if you're often lacking, you're setting yourself up for failure, like I said. Okay, you looking at what you're not doing, all that is just going to set you up for failure. As far as you're gonna down yourself. You're gonna be looking at yourself like you can't do something, and you know your brain is a real powerful part of your body, because once you convince yourself that you're not doing something, you're not gonna do it. So that's the first step, okay? And guys, the second step is if you usually feel superior to others, you're ignoring your flaws. You're ignoring what you can improve on. Okay, so it works both ways. You don't want to compare yourself to somebody and see how they're doing better, and you definitely don't want to compare yourself to somebody and show how you're doing better, because it's always room for improvement. All you're doing is just setting yourself up to not improve on what you can get better at. So you never want to do that. Okay? The number 3. Comparison doesn't make into account our differences. Okay? We don't want to keep on comparing, because you're not going to make it. It's not going to make a change. Like I said, you're just going to keep on downing yourself. You're just going to keep on worrying about what somebody else is doing instead of focus on what you need to do. That's the main goal. Is you're supposed to focus on yourself. It's a team effort. But I like to use this example every time. When you're on a plane, if anybody ever took a plane ride, and when they're doing the training in case the oxygen masks come down, what you should do, the first thing that you should do is secure yourself first before you secure somebody else, a child or an elder person. So that's how I look at it. You have to stop comparing yourself to other people and focus just on you. Focus on what you need to do. Set your goal and accomplish it. And it's not going to work while you keep on comparing yourself to others. Okay? The only real measurement that you guys should have, and this is number 4, the only real measurements that you guys should have is of your success. Okay? That's the only measurement that you guys should have, is of your success. That's the only thing that you should be comparing yourself to, is your success yourself. All right? All right, so that's it for me, guys. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pass it on to this guy right here, Donald. He used to be in the Marines, so you already know he's real disciplined and he have a lot of respect. But what I really love about him is Project 500. That's what he's big on. He has a project that we're all doing right now. We're going to change the lives of 500 people, and he was the person that started it. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Donald. Donald, are you there?
Yes, sir, I am here. I'm humble with that introduction, because I learned so much from you, Ricardo. It's ridiculous. Like, every time you open your mouth, I feel like I should be walking behind you with a court stenographer. Like, just really, guys. You guys haven't connected with him. This is a really powerful brother to get some information from. But what I want to talk to you guys tonight about is branding yourself as Business Inc. And what I mean by that is, don't focus on Wake Up Now as your business brand. Don't focus on your job that you have, like Kyle said, at Macy's, and myself working for the VA hospital, or whatever it is that you do. Don't focus on that being your brand. Your brand should be your name, first and last, Inc. And the reason why that is important is because any company, when a company makes a decision, it is economical and situationally based on the company turning a profit. So everything that you do, whether it's your W-2 job, Wake Up Now, or whatever else that it is that you're in, it should be profit-based driven. So if you have a job, and let's say, for instance, you work a job and you decide to do Wake Up Now, it should be profit-driven. If you actually go and start your own company by itself and you look for angel investors, they look at, is that company profitable, and will that company be in a position to be profitable? The reason why that term is actually important is because I've been having a lot of conversations with individuals who are looking at going into the business realm in the future. The national television brand, the president, campaign people, Congress, everyone says the most important way to be lucrative in America is to be a small business owner. We give all types of tax breaks to small business owners. So my question to you, Wake Up Now family, is How can you be a small business owner and not brand yourself as such? Because that's what you are. You have the power to not only employ people, which is by helping them start their own business, but you don't want to employ them in the term of employment. You want to give them the financial power and aptitude to be individual small business owners, that we all get residual income. But what's more important than that is take our brand itself and brand yourself as Business Inc. Now look at what you have. You have financial management. You have tax accounting information. You have savings. You have all types of financial tools that can teach a young entrepreneur or a young small business owner how to successfully financially run their company. Because when you talk to a person, that's what you're teaching them. You're teaching them how to successfully manage their small company, which is their household. That's their first company. So if I didn't teach you anything tonight, guys, think of yourself, think of your household as your household Inc. or yourself Inc. Because those tools, when you begin to apply them with a business mind standpoint, you will begin to make decisions that ultimately affect your bottom line. And I promise you, those benefits will begin to have residual, trickle, compound interest within your life. And those people that are in debt will come out of debt, and those people who are not in debt will begin to have wealth building. That's a nugget that I took from Ricardo last week, guys. I'm getting ready to bring on this young lady tonight. She's powerful. She's up in New Jersey, Atlantic City to be exact. I follow her a lot on Facebook. She's always posting something strong about the business. She's always edifying the business, and she's always open to learning. I see her learning so much and putting out new information. So I'm getting ready to present to some, introduce to others, Miss Ashley Castillo.
Hi guys. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. So this evening, and thank you so much, Donald, for that beautiful introduction. This evening, I kind of want to focus on two topics that are near and dear to me. The first one is TaxBot and the basic deductions. Now, this has been something that I've just gotten into. I can be openly honest about that because I finally have read the TaxBot ebook. And basically what I've gotten from that and that I want to share with you is that you don't have to be a tax preparer, but you do need to be actively deducting. If you're not actively deducting, you're really costing yourself a lot of money because you have access to so many deductions. So you need to start deducting and getting the most out of your everyday life. If you weren't aware, you have deductions on your home expenses, meal expenses, even the regular expenses that you have for your children, especially ages 7 and up. So when the kids are asking you for money to go and do activities, you need to start putting them to work, and you need to start writing that off and looking at that as a way of their own compensation for doing the work. The other thing is the more you deduct, the more you're sharing, because basically what it's teaching you in the book is to learn to mix business with pleasure. And you must be actively sharing your business because your business is not considered a business unless you're spending at least 45 minutes a day in your business. So the more that you're prospecting, the more that you're learning about your business and you're growing your business. So I definitely recommend getting that TaxBot ebook. The second thing that I want to discuss is your social media presence and your basic knowledge of PR. In case people don't know what PR is, that's public relations, and that is huge for your brand. Not your business, but your brand. Because the bad PR is definitely going to not attract the right type of company that you want. Make sure on social media, when it comes to social situations, if you are anti something, learn to be pro whatever it is that you're trying to put out there. I've noticed a lot of people making comments about recent events, and I understand both sides of the spectrum, but when it comes to your brand, because that is what you're broadcasting on Facebook, you want to remain neutral. If you're going to be about a cause, you need to learn to be pro a cause, because honestly, nobody cares what you think. And you guys can learn that based off of one of the Republicans who made a negative comment about one of the president's kids. That can kill and cause a lot of distaste on both sides of the party. So make sure that you're keeping it professional. And that's pretty much all that I wanted to cover this evening. I want to pass the baton over to Brian. He's been in the business for 5 months. He's super, super passionate about being a business owner and basically earning the time back for himself and making sure that he's making a way and providing for his family. And he loves the tax bot. So Brian, it's you.
Hey guys, good night. How's everybody doing? All right. I just wanted to touch base on being consistent. Um, what I've noticed in everywhere I've lived, there's always it could be a popular city, it could be, a bunch of millionaires live in that city, that state. Wherever you go, there's always homeless people holding up signs. And guess what? We see them every single day. When I used to work at Nordstrom for 7 years, I seen the same guy standing up the same place for 7 years. Now, each week he may take a day off, but I always see this guy. Now, what I'm trying to say, he's always consistent. So I think, he had to make some kind of living. I'm not saying his living situations is good, but my point I'm trying to get across is consistency. All these people that's homeless, wherever you drive, I guarantee you will see them there tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, until whenever, maybe till they pass. But you always, guys, see them out there grinding, holding their signs up. That's being consistent. And I gotta say, I've been slacking a little bit, and this story that I'm talking about, I heard Andy Bennett talking about it on a call he did some weeks ago, and I was like, man, like that really hit home for me. Like, you really can't complain about your life. You have to be consistent, man. And really, guys, we all got to do that. Every single person, we have to do. If we want more out of life, we got to be consistent. And every time now I see a homeless guy holding up a sign, I'm like, man, this guy, some people laugh at him, but I look, I'm like, man, this guy he's consistent. Somebody's gonna pass and give him money. Somebody's gonna pass. All them cars passing every single day. A quarter add up, 10 cents add up. So that's my little thing for tonight, guys. I'm gonna pass it on to Tabu. That's my brother. I know him all my life, and he's really passionate about this company. Matter of fact, he was the one that told me about this company, and we wanted to join from the year started, and he just kept telling me, like, no, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right, And long story short, we joined it at a perfect time, and as I said, that's my brother, so. I'm going to pass it on to you. Tabu, are you there?
Yes. Thank you, Brian. How you guys doing tonight? For me, I just switched my topic. So what I'm going to be talking about is just being serious about what you're doing. Being serious, taking your business serious. Whatever you're doing in life, not just Wake Up Now, but just take it serious. Because one thing Wake Up Now have taught me, just from being around a lot of people and listening to their stories, they don't take their life serious. I would say about 45% does not take their life serious. And when I say does not take their life serious, meaning that, it's a lot of excuses. If it doesn't have to do with your child, or your 9 to 5, everything else is automatic. Is almost an excuse, And for me, that's basically what it is. If it's not, the business or my child or, my job, everything else is an excuse, And sometimes I do find myself making an excuse, like, oh man, I'm tired tonight. But guess what? If there's an event, I'm gonna make it. You have to take your business serious. Like what Brian say, you know, staying consistent. You know, if you're not consistent with Wake Up Now, how are you going to make anything? You know, some people, they'll pay their membership for 2 months, and because they don't see any type of income, they will leave on the 3rd month. But guess what? When you sign up for school, you know, you're not going to get your degree in 2-3 months. You know, it's going to take 2-3 years, depends on what you're going for, and to get your degree. And it's not going to come. Your degree is not going to come from you just going to class whenever you want to go to class. You know, it's not going to. You know, that's not going to come from you just being home every day in your bed, laying in your watching TV. You have to study. You know, just like Wake Up Now, you have to study the products. You have to gain product knowledge. You know, you have to be using the products like what Ashley said. You know, TaxBot. TaxBot is the most powerful thing you can use. TaxBot and One Finance is the most powerful thing you can use. And if you're not using it, honestly, when I see people say they're not going to pay their membership or they're going to fall off, honestly, they wasn't using TaxBot, or they just didn't see the benefits of the company. You know, and that's fine, you know, but it's just taking your business serious, taking it serious. You know, because once someone see that you're taking it serious, they're going to join. Even if they don't join today, you tell them about it today and they don't join today, they will join tomorrow, because they see how far you're taking it and how far you have came with it. You know, they'll be like, man, well, I see that this guy, he introduced it to me a year ago, and then now a year later, he's doing really good. Or, you know, so you have to take it serious, you know, and that's basically it for me. I'm going to pass it on to Nancy. She is very motivated. She's very smart, and she's really taking her business serious. And Nancy?
Hey, good evening, guys. Thanks for the introduction, Tabo. I pretty much wanted to touch base on staying engaged, guys. What I mean by that is participating in our group chat, attending our weekly team trainings like most of you are doing tonight as often as possible, checking our Facebook groups for updates, monitoring your back office, and utilizing the benefits that you have available, like Ashley advised, you know, how powerful TaxBot is, and how Donald stressed it all the time, how powerful TaxBot is. There should be no reason why you're in this business and you're not utilizing this tool. I understand that we all could be preoccupied with things in our lives, and sometimes we may fall off of track because, you know, all of us may have busy lives, but it's important to remember the reason why you joined the company in the first place. What made you join? What inspired you about the company? And like Brian said, it's important to remain consistent, be resourceful, take advantage of onesuccess.com, go over your notes from time to time, take advantage of your mentors and your upline if you have any questions or concerns, and most importantly, keep up to date with your payments. You know, and that, you know, is an issue that normally arises each month where you know, some people are not keeping up with their payments every month. No one should have to remind you that your payment is due. Remember that this is a business. You know, your upline should only be here for support, not to hold your hand each and every month and to remind you that your payment is due, you know, for something that you should be responsible for. And if you cannot remember, just turn on your auto pay. And, you know, and sometimes some people may have issues to where they can't keep up with their payments. That's completely understandable. But when you're just not paying because you don't want to, that's where it doesn't make sense, because you just have to remind yourself what made you join the business in the first place. Just put forth at least 2 hours a week towards growing your business. Like Ashley said, 45 minutes a day. You know, just try to round it up to at least 2 hours a week. You know, stay committed, stay engaged, and be active and remain consistent. Basically, that's all that I have for you guys. Just remain engaged, even if, you know, we have busy lives. Just remain engaged as much as possible.
All right, thank you, Nance.
Bring it back to you.
Thanks, Nance. I just want to say, Ricardo, and Donald, Brian, Ashley, Nance, Taboo. I really treasure all these knowledge nuggets that you guys are dropping right now. It's this team conference, weekly conference call is something that I really look forward to, and I'm really thankful and glad because honestly speaking in front of people was one of my weaknesses, and I like to turn a weakness into a strength. And I want to thank you guys for allowing me to lead the call tonight. I mean, I think we covered a lot of different things. I liked every piece of information that was given. Ashley saying that that reminds me that I'm paying my nephew to do chores around the house, and I'm writing that off on my tax bot. And it's just a lot of everything everyone said I really enjoy, and every single week I look forward to this training call. I can't wait for the next call already, even though this one is still going on. And just like I said, time management, use the products, take your business seriously, don't compare yourself to others. Everything that everyone said, just take that into consideration when you're thinking about if you want to be a part of this or if you were thinking about leaving. Staying consistent is important. And I would just like to thank everyone for watching and being a part of this call. Do you guys have anything else to add?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
I just want to say, we have a wonderful team. Everyone I can say you guys are really trying, but sometimes I could see where if you're having a bad day, you'll get so down and you'd want to quit. Sometimes I have those days where I'm like, man, I feel like I have too much on my plate, with, the family business and, my daughter, wake up now, it's not enough hours in the day. And sometimes I'm like, man, I have to give one up, and for sure my daughter is not one of them, So you have to, it's just like you have to just plan your days, plan your days. And when I say plan your days, just know, like what Ashley said, 45 minutes out of the day is not going to hurt you. If you're going to use it for educational or just marketing as far as, towards your business, 45 minutes out of the day is not going to kill no one, and that's actually being consistent, and you're covering a lot of ground. You're looking at 45 minutes like, man, it's nothing, but you're actually covering a lot of grounds in your business doing that. Instead of taking days off, like, honestly, I do take days off sometimes, because I'm like, man, I'm so tired today, I'm beat. But 45 minutes is really nothing, to put towards your business. So, Ashley, you did come with a good point, and that's something that I'm going to really utilize. Even if you don't have no time, just put 45 minutes in your time, in your day, whether you're going to go marketing for 45 minutes or you're just going to get on TaxBot or whatever and just learn more about your business, So that's what I want to say to you guys, just stay consistent and really use that 45 minutes out the day. You don't have to give it all day. Just use your 45 minutes and you're good.
I agree completely. And does Rick or Donald, Brian, Ashley, anyone else have anything else they want to add?
I have a quick 2-minute nugget, and this is going to be really, really quick. Guys, right now, if you have not taken your business serious all year long, from now to April 15th, let's push it all the way to May. This is the most powerful time of the year to grow your business. 2 reasons. Number 1, everybody's shopping. Why? Christmas is right around the corner. So what better way to go out and advertise your business without ever having to talk to anyone is to go up to the counter, make a purchase, whip out your phone, take a picture of a receipt, put it in your phone, because someone's going to say, what are you doing? That's number 1. Number 2, it's tax season. When people see you doing that, business owners already know why you're doing it. But trust me, business owners do it all the time. They just don't know they're doing it. They make the mistake of saying, I got to hold on to this receipt. They open up a book and they put it in. They do all types of things. But when you see a person neatly tucking that receipt away, an easy question to ask them is, why are you putting that receipt in there when you could have just took a picture of it? What are you talking about? Learn strategies of conversation, guys. If you haven't done anything, there's a book that I would absolutely recommend to every single person to read. The first book I would actually recommend you to read is called The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Okay? Then after you finish that book, I can't remember the actually author of the book, but it's the same book, but it's written in business principles. And I'll find that, and if you follow me on Facebook, I'll tag it, and I'll also put it in the chat group tomorrow. But those two books, not only do they teach you strategies on how to deal with people, but will also teach you strategies in business. That's all I have for tonight.
Thank you, Donald. Thank you, Donald. This is two books that I'm pretty interested in. I've read a little bit of the Sun Tzu's Art of War, but I didn't know there was a business version of it, actually.
All right, if I can just get a minute, Kyle, just 1 minute.
Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, no, what I basically wanted to, throw a little nugget on too is like we got to take advantage of, our deal stream. Like Donald said, it's the holiday season. These are all stuff that you guys are going to buy regardless. Why not get volume and cash back for it? You'll just be dumb to just be throwing away all of that extra money that you could be putting in your pocket that you can put towards another gift that you wasn't expecting to get because, it's kind of tight right now. But yeah, just take advantage of the deal stream, take advantage of your tools. And that's about it. Oh, and since we recommending books, I have a book I would love for you guys to check out. It's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. All right. Now go ahead, Kyle. Back to you.
All right. So Brian or Ashley, Nance, do you have anything else?
I had one last thing to say.
Okay.
And it's just piggybacking off of the guys. Like once you make you start utilizing the benefits, it should be second nature to you, to the point that, like Donald was saying with other business owners, you don't even know that you're doing it. It's just a regular part of your everyday life. And it only takes 21 days to build a habit. So work on it today. Start today. You don't have to wait until tomorrow. Start using your tax bot.
Right.
I'm sorry. Did I get cut off?
Going now, yeah.
All right. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You should be plugged into your One Finance. You should be looking for those.
Going in and out again.
There. I'm so sorry. I keep getting a phone call.
It's okay.
All right. So yeah. So you should just be plugged into your benefits until they become second nature. And since everybody is dropping, either a book or something of inspiration, I always recommend podcasts. There are so many podcasts out there to keep you connected with like-minded people in case you don't have them around your everyday world. You want to always stay connected, like Nancy said, because the more that you're connected, the more you still see your reason as to why you decided to be a business owner, because that should be number one every day as to why you do what you do. So thanks a lot.
All right, thank you, Ashley. Brian or Nance, do you have anything else that you wanted to add?
Kyle, I just have one thing to add.
I'm good, Kyle. Thank you.
All right, Brian. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Also, I've connected with this guy named Corey, and he has this huge group in Fort Lauderdale, and it's a lot. He has a lot of motivated people that goes to these meetings, and he also want to connect with me, and just to use Wake Up Now as his platform, because he has a meeting called Millionaire Mindsets, and what he does, a lot of people go to these meetings, and they, he teaches them how to make their business better by being consistent and just taking it serious, and he dropped nuggets like what Donald would say. So, if anyone wants to come out on a Monday at 8 o'clock, just let me know, and, you guys can come with me, and, just to meet him and to sit in on one of his trainings, because this guy, I spoke to him today and he's very motivated. I told him all about Wake Up Now and what we have to offer. So he believes that it could work hands in hand for what he's doing, because he's teaching people how to manage their money, how to better their business, and how to even better their life. So, once I explain everything to him, he wants to be in partnership with me, and we just take Fort Lauderdale to another level. So, I'm just inviting the team out there, and we're just going to be meeting a lot of people and a lot of motivated people that would love to be a part of us, of our team, and
Right.
Like what he said, we can now become one. The two sides can now become one, where I scratch his back, he scratches our back, so it'll be a very motivational thing for the team.
Right.
Thank you, guys.
I like that idea.
Yes.
All right. I'd like to close this training call out today. I can't wait for the next one. I love all the knowledge that's been dropped on me so far. I hope that if you're watching it, you've taken notes. I know when I rewatch it, I'm going to definitely take some notes. And thank you guys so much for being involved in the call and watching it. All right. Good night.